All right, we're going to get started here. First, I'm going to do a little poll because this way I get to know my audience and what you guys are about. So how many years have you been trading? Okay. All right, so most of you are anywhere from 1 to 6 years. All right, let's see, close that one. Are you as consistent and profitable as you would like to be? Okay, so most of you are saying no. Well, we can fix that here tonight. Okay. Have you ever seen the money flow tracker software before? Okay, so about a third of you have seen the software before, so that's good. And the last thing is, if I can show you how to be a profitable trader for less than $100 a month, would you be interested? Okay, so everybody pretty much is saying yes. All right, so now I know, who I'm talking to and what you guys are looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the presentation. Okay, so my name is David Kushner. I'm with Right Line Trading. That's me up in the top left-hand corner. Mark Miller is the owner. Rory Powers is the guy that takes care of everything. And Sergio is our programmer. Craig and David run other trading rooms, and Charles and Brock are are for support, and Mark Sachs does a newsletter. Anyway, so here's a disclaimer. We're not giving you any buy, sell, hold recommendations. We're not licensed investment advisors. We don't claim to be. Everything I'm talking to you about in this webinar are my trades or are trades that I have taken, and everything we talk about today is for educational use only. All right, so who am I? My name's David Kushner. I've been trading the markets for over 20 plus years. I've traded stocks, options, futures. Now I'm trading cryptos also. And I traded Forex for over 12 years. I had an auto parts business that I started when I was 18 years old. And I had that business for over 28 years, and I sold it in 2005. And then since I've been a full-time trader. So like most of you, you probably have a whole shelf full of indicators, trading systems that came with a lot of empty promises of helping you become more profitable and more consistent. I know you guys probably have a ton. I have a ton. I have hard drives full of all kinds of stuff that I haven't looked at in probably 10 years, right? So when I saw the webinar that Mark Sachs did, Mark Sachs is the one that developed the software and the system, on the money flow tracker, I quickly realized that this methodology isn't based around the same old indicators that everybody else teaches, but more based on mathematical modeling and triple and quadruple screen analysis. So now I only trade with institutional money flow, and it's made me much more profitable and much more consistent trader. And now I'm running over a 70+ win rate. All right, so when I talk about money flow or order flow, just keep in mind, I'm talking about institutional order flow, not retail order flow. Okay, so this is what we're going to be talking about. The money flow tracker software, how it works, the high probability setups, the unbreakable rules to follow, how I trade breakouts and sidestepped a lot of losing trades. As a matter of fact, we had about 3 this morning that we sidestepped, and how to pass and become a funded trader. So this presentation will be about 45 minutes, and for the people that stay around, we have a very special discount and some additional software as part of a bonus. So what do you need? 4 things to create trading success. The first thing you need is software that will provide you with an edge over all other traders. And that edge has to be able to track the direction of money flow, institutional money flow. The third thing, etched in stone rules to follow, and this will eliminate discretion. We don't break the rules. Okay, I've been asked many times in the trading, well, can't you trade without this? Can't you trade without that? And my answer is, we don't break the rules. And the fourth thing, which is the most important thing, as we had a little discussion today in the trading room about patience to let the trade set up. All right, so I'm going to break down the system in detail. Let me show you a few trades that we've taken. There's an options trade on AMC, another one on GME, COST, Fastly. Here's a bond trade that I took, 41 ticks for $1,281. Here's another trade on the euro, just by following the rules, right? So it's likely you're having a problem making money. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here. And why? Why do traders have trouble making money? First thing, they don't have the proper tools to manage their trades. You over trade, you revenge trade, you make impulsive decisions. This is a big one here. Over trading and revenge trading. You know, I used to get into a lot. I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that in years, okay? You lack consistency. You trade with indicators that lag price. You lack a mathematically proven trade methodology. And all these things here lead to blowing up trading accounts, right? So my commitment to you for coming to my webinar is to bring this to an end, right? So why did I say that 95 to 98% of traders go broke? Retail traders, okay, go broke. Because they're trading the same old things, price action, MACD, Elliott wave, divergence, Fibonacci's, price pattern, scan theory. None of these things have any future predictive properties. I'm not saying that our software can predict the future, but our software gives us high probability trade setups. Right? So Mark Sachs, you know, he developed the software, he engineered the software, he has 15 plus years in the field of applied mathematics. He was a professor at Jefferson University. He did some mathematical modeling for the US Navy, I believe the Army, and some other big companies. And, you know, he developed this software that can radically improve your trading performance. You've probably never seen software like this in the past because it's totally unique. And we have over 500 traders between the 3 trading rooms that we all trade shoulder to shoulder every day. But before we get into the money tracker software, I'd like to share with you my trade journal. Now, keep in mind, this is my trade journal, right? Let me log in here. Okay, this is an online trade journal. I'm able to download my trades directly from NinjaTrader. Right in here, I just download all my trades from the trade performance and import it here by just clicking here and uploading the spreadsheet from the trade performance. So all these trades, I import it, actually even imports the trade ID from NinjaTrader. Okay, so let me just go to the home page and let's just go back to December was really choppy, but we'll look at December because it was choppy because of the holiday was in a Monday and holiday week and long weekend. You know, it was just a very choppy month. But even though it was choppy and we didn't trade that much, we still did $4,700 for the month. Right? So here's my equity curve for the whole year of last year. I don't have enough data for 2024 yet. We're only 11. It's only the 11th of January, so I'm just going to show last year's. So here's my equity curve. Yeah, we have little drawdowns, little blips here and there, but for most part, it's pretty smooth. We don't trade every day. As you can see, here's November. We traded a lot in November. November, we had a great month. November, we did $14,453. But what I want to show you is that October we did well. I want to show you July, all right? We didn't trade, obviously the 4th of July was a holiday, right? But we didn't trade the 3rd, so that's 1. I was on vacation these days. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days we didn't trade in July. And we did in July $9,000. Our best month was August, right? And we didn't trade 4 days in August. September, we didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in September. And in September, we still did $5,400, right? So the point is that we're running a 73% win rate. Our profit factor is 2.06. So basically we're trading 2 to 1, right? So, I mean, here's what we did last year: January, February, March, April. August was really good. We did 18,000 in August. September was a little slow. October and November were good, and December was a little slow. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. All right. So look, the markets consist of many small retail traders, these marbles, plus one or more large institutional trader. Well, since you already know that most retail traders lose money, why would you want to trade along with them? Why wouldn't you want to trade along with the big institutional trader? They're the ones that move the market, not small retail traders. And they're the big fish eating all the guppies. So the money flow tracker software. Let's see. You guys. Oh, he left. How do you choose what to trade? Well, we'll get into all that, Robert. All right. All right. So the money flow tracker system has 3 key metrics that determine money flow. Remember, money flow, order flow, it's all institutional order flow. It's not retail order flow. Okay, so we look at triple screen assessment of order flow, triple screen assessment of the correlative markets using our neural network, which is also AI. I'm meaning to change this slide, and triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY, right? So when I say triple screen assessment, what we're doing is we're looking at 3 time frames. So you take your trading time frame and you multiply it by 3, and then you multiply that by 3, and you get your 3 time frames. We're trading with Unirenko, so we're using range bar for our higher time frames. Right? So one of the first forces that moves price is the triple screen assessment of order flow. Now, when you talk about order flow, most people, the first thing they think about are these candles with all these numbers on the left, on the right, on outside the candle, on the bottom of the candle, on the top of the candle. Let me tell you something. There is no way that your brain can take in all this information and be able to make good trading decisions on the fly when it's happening. It's just too much information. Well, we came up with a better way to show order flow. But first, when I make triple screen assessment of order flow, it means that we have to have order flow going in the same time frame, in the same direction as 3 time frames. Can't have order flow going up on your highest time frame, going down on your mid time frame, and then going up on your trading time frame. That's a recipe for a loss. You want to have everything going in the same direction. So for our indicators are displayed with these lines on the bottom. They're very easy to analyze. They're simple. It either is or it isn't. There's no interpretation. All right. So when we look at order flow, okay, we're looking at the delta of each candle and on the two higher multiple charts. And we place this value into a 15-period SMA line. So remember, we use those lines on the bottom, right? But I like to keep things simple. So instead of saying the delta of each candle, I just like to say more buyers than sellers or more sellers than buyers, right? So this is how, and let me just pull over a chart here. I'll just pull over this chart of the YM. This is how we display order flow. The outline of the candle. Okay, you see this candle is green outline, means there's more buyers or the delta is positive in this candle. And the red candle means that there's more sellers, so the delta is negative in this candle. So you know the order flow going on in the candles. Now these lines in the candles, these are what we call our hybrid candles. We're the only ones that will show you price action going on inside a Renko bar. Otherwise, you really don't know where you know where price is. You have to look on the right side scale, but it just shows us, when this bar closed up and formed a new bar, what happened here? Well, the price pulled back into the previous bar by a couple ticks. So we know what we're doing and what we're looking for. And all this builds up into the rules. All right. So the second most powerful force is the Laguerre. And the Laguerre assesses momentum. So we want to have momentum on 3 time frames, right? And I just showed you the hybrid candles, right? So you can see the candles, the wicks. The small wicks means that the previous candle close and open of the new candle, close and open of the new candle, right? So when you see very small wicks, means there was momentum or acceleration, both on the upside and the downside. So now we're also going to look at accelerations using the modified Laguerre. Okay, so our modified Laguerre is on the bottom. So what we did is we took all these indicators, we added an algorithm and a smoothing factor to it, and developed the modified Laguerre oscillator. Right? So the modified Laguerre does not show divergence or anything else like that. It just shows the strength of the trend. Right? So again, we want to have the modified Laguerre going in the same direction on 3 time frames. We want momentum on 3 time frames. Right? So what we did was we looked at the momentum of each candle and the 3rd time frame, and we put it in one of those lines. Green going up, red going down, yellow going sideways. Right? So this on the bottom here, the modified Laguerre, when it crosses below 20, this will turn red. When it crosses back above and sloping up, it will turn lime green. And obviously when it crosses above 80, it will be dark green. And when it crosses below 80 and is sloping down, it will be orange. I only like to trade on red and dark green. And I'll explain to you why. So once this is pinned at 100 or at 0, then you'll get the acceleration dots. So then you get the acceleration dots. Okay, so this is part of the system, the acceleration dots. So you want to see this line pinned at 100 or pinned at 0. So we got the red dots here and we got the green dots here. All right, so now let's talk about our quant lines, our AI. It's the 3rd most powerful force that moves price, because we took 28 market components, examined them by our AI system for correlation. Now, correlation is very powerful and most traders don't pay any attention to it or don't even know anything about it. But listen, if the euro is going up, wouldn't it be better to see the pound and the Japanese yen and the Australian? Wouldn't it be better to see all the currencies going in the same direction, the dollar getting stronger, the dollar getting weaker? Wouldn't that be, it's like, the old saying, a rising tide floats all boats. Well, if you're trading NQ, wouldn't it be higher probability to trade if ES, RTY, and YM are all going in the same direction? Right? That is very powerful, and most people don't even pay attention. So then we said, you know what? We don't want to get caught up in choppy markets or range-bound markets or whatever. So we added another indicator called the C2. And what the C2 does is it tells us when the next higher time frame is in agreement with the 3 time frame. So now we're looking at quadruple screen assessment, not triple screen. So we just took the 4 time frame, multiplied by 3, and that's how you get your highest time frame. But what the C2 indicator does is it lets you know that you have 4 time frames in agreement. So I just showed you all this stuff, right? Let's put it together. It's super easy to use. So the money flow tracker software, the rules and the setups, right? This is how simple it is. You want a colored background. Why? We want triple screen assessment, all 3 time frames going the same direction. 2, we want the 4th time frame, so the C2 indicator is displayed with this stair-stepping line. 3, the thick line and the thin line. We always want the thick line above the thin line going up and below the thin line going down. The 15 is the thin line. When we have a pivot or higher time frame support or the VWAP or something in the way, it must clear that by 3/4 of the body of the candle, and then you must wait for a pullback candle after that. Both quants must be either green or red. The top is the short term, the bottom is the long term. The multiple time frame Laguerre for momentum. Okay, this is looking at all the time frames, must be either green or red. And the modified Laguerre must be pinned at 0 or 100 so you get the acceleration dots. You guys following me? Pretty easy to understand, right? And there it is. That's the trade, and this would have been the result, 63 ticks. That's $630 per contract. So very simple rules, very easy to trade. And the thing that I like about this software and has helped me the most is that it keeps me out of choppy, low volume, range bound markets. And this is where it comes in on my trade journal when you see a lot of days we didn't trade, right? So days that we didn't trade, right, were days that we didn't get setups because the markets were choppy and that we didn't have anything to trade because we don't break the rules. So just because you don't have a setup, if you don't have a setup, we don't take the trade. So here's a trade on gold for 60 ticks. Here's a trade on CL. Actually, you can see my trade markers here. This was $650 per account, and I trade 6 accounts. So this was like $3,300 trade. So if you can follow these easy to follow rules for the money flow tracker, you will have high probability successful trades. I'm not saying that all your trades are going to be successful. It's impossible. If somebody's telling you that they have 90, 100% win rate, I would do one thing. I would run as fast as I could. It's impossible, okay? But using the money flow tracker software and the way it's designed with mathematical modeling and AI built in, it just gives us higher probability trades. So look, we can't guarantee anything, okay? But training with the money flow tracker rules will keep you out of choppy, non-trending markets, which usually leads to losses, okay? And that's where most traders lose money. Remember, it's okay not to trade every day. You don't have to trade every day to make a good living from trading, right? If you don't have setups, and those days that I didn't trade, most likely would have been losing days because the markets were choppy and they weren't trending. And the money flow tracker software will give you your best trades when the market starts trending. So look, the money flow tracker software gives you clear and exact entry prices, clear and exact exit prices. And we give you all the ATM strategies for each market that we've tested that work the best. All right, any questions? No questions? Okay. All right, So look, I'm going to teach, if you coming to my webinar this evening, I'm going to teach you how I trade breakouts with the money flow tracker, and I call it my pullback and go strategy. So look, this is a pivot. The shaded area is support in this case from higher time frames, right? So what we have to do is we have to break the support by 3/4 of a candle, and then we get a pullback candle. We must have a pullback candle. So why do we need a pullback candle? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to, okay. So once this starts going down and breaks the support level, right, by 3/4 of a candle, right, what we do is we wait till we get a pullback about half a candle. And once we get that pullback to about half a candle, that's when we click on our NDT, which is our execution platform, right? Then it sets our order one tick below the low of this candle. So let's say the market's coming down, it's coming down, right? We get this pullback and we expect it to keep going down, right? But it doesn't, it goes up like that. Well, our order never got filled, and once this candle closes up, it will automatically cancel this order. All right? And we do this all the time, and we sidestep a lot of losing trades. We avoid a lot of losing trades by trading this breakouts of these areas this way. I mean, we had, I think two, maybe three this morning that we placed our orders, and you know, the market came down, broke support, and then went right back up. All right, and that's the reason why we wait for the pullback candle. And yes, sometimes we miss a trade because we don't get a pullback candle. But I would rather miss one trade here and there once in a while and sidestep a lot more losing trades. Then I'm okay with that. So look, here's one. Actually, this has my markers. Broke 3/4 of the candle, placed the order, pulled back, I placed the order, first profit target, second profit target. Crude oil, same thing, broke, pull back. Here's two trades on the Canadian dollar, right? Broke, pull back, go. Broke, pull back, go. So now, do I have any questions on what we've already talked about? No? All right, I know Rory's been answering a ton of questions, so. All right, so let's talk about the money flow tracker auto trader, right? So what the auto trader does, it follows the rules. That's all it does. It's that you tell it what you want it to do. Actually, I have my setups here. I'll show you a little bit on the strategy settings. All right. So basically, we want to have the bias in the C2. The bias is the chart background. So look, we want the Laguerre to be either red or green. You can pick red or green. The multiple time frame Laguerre, we want red or green. We want the 15 and the 50, both red or green. These, the 50 above, blah, 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 blah. We want to clear pivot signals. Now, this doesn't wait for a pullback, all right? We want to clear higher time frame support resistance. We want our quants. This is our first target. It will not take a trade if there's not at least 81 ticks to the next pivot or the next higher time frame support area. It won't take the trade, right? So we're basically telling it, do everything that I just showed you in the rules and just do it yourself, all right? Look, here's today, all right? I had one trade on this today. This ended up being 80 ticks on this one trade. And then I turned it off, and then because once I hit my profit target for the day, I stopped trading. So this one here went down a total of 132 ticks. So this one too would have got our first profit target. This one here, this trade set up here, this went down 364 ticks. All right. So this is a live chart. These are live signals. But most of the time, all I do is I hear order filled and I say, well, I didn't place an order. And then I look over and I see the auto trader took a trade. So here's one trade that was 704 ticks. Here's another one. It follows the rules. Colored background, C2, 15 below the trend line. The quant's green, the multiple time frame Laguerre is green, the modified Laguerre is green. We got the acceleration dots. Here's the entry. Okay, it wouldn't enter here, it would wait until this candle. This would be the entry on this candle right here. I know you can't, I don't know if you guys can see my, oh, I can't do that big. The entry candle on that trade would be right here. This would be the entry candle because it broke the pivot by 3/4 of a candle. So once this would be the entry candle and up it went. Okay. I can't do it with the pen. Here's another trade, 1,016 ticks. This was in this trade all morning. Another trade. Here are the equity curves for the hold drawings. Okay. The equity curve for 21 and 22. I don't have for 23 because I didn't keep them separate from my other trades. Right? So look, so now we're going to move on. How to pass the evaluation. Super easy once you understand this. Focus on the process. Do not focus on the carrot. You guys know what that means? If you focus on the process and you trade well and you take proper setups, the chances are the carrot will come. All right? Don't focus on the end result. Focus on what you're doing right now. The end result will come. You know, the challenges or evaluations or whatever they call, every company seems to call it something else. They're really designed to make you fail because of all the parameters they put in place, like how many trading days you have to trade to pass, the trailing drawdown, which is the biggest one that most people blow up. All these things cause sloppy trading, revenge trading, impulse trading, and creates a lot of stress and frustration in trading. And that's where the stress and frustration come in. So remember, and this is a big fallacy that sounds good that, oh, I'm trading 650K accounts. Sounds impressive, right? Who cares? You're not trading 650K accounts. You're not trading a 50K account. You're trading a $2,500 account because that's your drawdown. Okay? You're not trading 50K. You're trading 2,500. What you need to do is protect your drawdown. So I don't risk any more than 10% of my drawdown on any one trade. First of all, I'm running over a 70% win rate, so I'm not worried about that. Right? But you have to realize, in order to pass the evaluations, okay, you're just trading $2,500. You know, they have this trailing drawdown where it goes up. Your account is based on the highest value. So if you start trading and your first trade, you're up 1,000, but you don't take it till when you let it come back on you and you take it when you're only up 500, then that takes $500 out of your trailing drawdown. So sometimes I trail my stops a little too close and I get stopped out, but I'm protecting my trailing drawdown. You know, I think it's a crime if you're up $1,000 on the trade. I think it's a crime to let it come back and only take half of that. Who cares? I would trail it, and the least I would let it come back on me would be $100, because that $100 is going to affect my trailing drawdown. So look, we're over 70%, so I'm not worried about this for me. But if you're trading one-to-one, you have to be over 60% to be profitable. If you're trading 2 to 1, you have to be over 40% win rate to be profitable. 3 to 1, you could be right 30% of the time to be profitable. And 4 to 1, you could be right 20% of the time you're break even, but 30% of the time to be profitable. Okay, and here's the thing is, I was always taught when it comes to money management, you want one winning trade to take care of at least 1 to 2 losing trades, right? So rather than avoid risk, take intelligent risks. That will give you that competitive edge you need in trading. And that's all it is. Trading is only giving you a competitive edge over all other traders and being able to determine what institutional are doing. So how do we tell what institutions are doing? Well, in the bottom right-hand corner, you see this number. You know, obviously the indexes are slow right now because it's only 7:30 and but this resets back to 0 every minute. So we always know every minute how many contracts are going through YM every minute. And we have certain amount of contracts that we're looking for, like YM, we want at least 400 contracts. And Q, we're looking at 1,500 contracts. You know, we know the markets, we know the volumes, and we know that when institutions are trading, this is the number that we're looking for when they're trading. All right, so let's keep moving on. So trading success equals financial freedom. What is financial freedom? No financial pressure, you work from home, you have no boss, you have no commute, you can trade in your underwear if you'd like. And you have the advantages of being a full-time trader and saying, you know what, I'm just not feeling like it today, I'm just not gonna trade, and take the day off. The market will be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. I don't know about the next day after that, but the market will be there tomorrow. You know, trading is the greatest business because I could sit down and you know how many, there's been plenty of mornings with my first trade, I hit my profit target for the day and I go to sim. When I reach my profit target for the day, I go to sim. I leave it in my account, I don't risk it, I just let it sit there and I continue on trading sim. Now I'm running a trading room, so you know it's my obligation and my honor actually to be able to teach people to trade and teach people how to look for the proper setups and be patient. And a lot of people in the room have said to me, even today, they said, you know, I've learned so much about being patient and disciplined from you. And that to me is the biggest reward. All right. So look, now the money flow tracker methodology is available to the small retail trader. So now you have two choices. You can do nothing, continue on your current path, or from the poll, I would say most of you, you know, you could take action today and join the thousands of traders who work 4 hours plus or minus a day from home and have no boss and total financial freedom. Right? So the money flow tracker software, this is what you get. The benefits and features. It's easy to learn. I showed you the chart. How hard is this? Right, I'm gonna scroll back to where this morning, right? Here's a trade that I took, right? How hard is this? Break, wait for the pullback. This was the pullback candle. Placed the order to sell on down close. It went down, it stopped me out by 1 tick and then continued on going down, right? But how hard is it to be able to say, I got a dark pink background, I have my C2, I have my trend line below my 15, everything below me is red, I have my acceleration dots, sell on down close. Wait for that pullback candle and sell on down close. It's as easy as that. What's not easy is when the markets are choppy and you're not getting setups and you want to take a trade and you know that you can't take a trade unless you have all the rules are met. That's the hard part. Honestly, that is the hardest part. It's perfect for beginners. It's perfect for any account size. You could trade futures, forex, stocks, options, cryptos with it. Actually, I think I need to add that. You could trade cryptos with it. For the first 10 traders that come on board, you're going to get some powerful and additional software. So for the first 10 traders that come on board, and Rory put the, oh no, we didn't. And then I'm going to put it in here. Let me see. Let me get that. Trading, where are you? Right line. Money flow tracker. Okay, get it here. Okay, trading. Oh, trading systems, money flow tracker. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this link and send it to you all in the questions box, but I'm going to also put it in the chat box in the GoToWebinar, and that's the link there. Okay. So you're going to get the market scanner. So here is my market scanner. This market scanner will, like, we trade CL on a 2-5-10 bar, right? So we're and GC. So we're looking right in this column for setup, for signals. ES, we trade on it for 248. YM and RTY, we trade on a 4-10-20. So we're looking in this column for these. Actually, I usually put these together. So that, and NQ and MNQ, we trade on a 8-20-40. So when this starts lighting up, what we do is we go and look at the chart. But I go one step further, and I'll explain to you later. So you'll get the market scanner, which is a $9.99 value. These are extra bonuses, right, for the first 10 people. You'll get the NDT, which is our execution platform, right? This is where you put your ATM. This is where buy on up close, sell on down close. You can close on down close or close on up close. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You'll get this as part of the package. You'll get the masterclass series on futures, forex, stocks, and options. You'll get 1 month access to my trading room. There was a study done by this Dr. Victor Allen, and he did a study and evaluated 225 trading websites and their trading rooms, and we came out on top. And this was published in Traders World and Stock and Commodity Magazine. So here's the offer that we're doing, which we did this last week, and we had a great turnout with people because we made this affordable. Okay, we don't want you to spend your money on, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, we want to make this affordable for everybody, right? So what we're doing is coupon code SAVE 50%. You're getting 50% off of our yearly subscription. So you're getting it for $11.97. That's less than $100 a month. If you want to do it quarterly, you use this coupon code, SAVE 500, you'll get it for $6.97. Or you want to do a monthly, it's normally $5.97, you'll save 200 for $3.97. This offer expires tonight at midnight. And for the first 10, you're going to get the Money Flow Tracker Auto Trader. You're going to get the NDT. You're going to get the Market Scanner. You're going to get 1 month in my room, all the trading videos, and you're going to get all your software installed for you. So all you have to do is turn your Ninja Trader on, learn the system, and go. Charles will set up your software, and, you know, anyway, so let me just a couple questions. How do we choose what to trade? Whatever is set up. We trade RTY, NQ, gold, oil, and YM, and MNQ with the swing trader. I trade the auto trader with real money. First of all, we only trade micros with the auto trader because the bar sizes are big. There are 24 tick bar size. So every bar that opens and closes is 24 ticks. The trading room, I think it's 120. I have to see, ask for it. I think it's, you know, I don't even get involved in that. I think it's 147. I'm not sure, but we'll work with that. All right, James. All right, and I'm going to give you the extra bonus, the money flow tracker minute chart templates. Right. So look, when you decide to subscribe to the money flow tracker software, my commitment to you is to help you become a successful trader. Remember one thing, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. If you're not successful, it's not your fault. You're just not using the right tools to be successful. It's like trying to pound a nail with a screwdriver. Eventually you'll get it in there, but if you had a hammer, it would be boom, 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 you're done, right? Crypto, it works on any market, Joseph. You could trade cryptos on it. I don't have the data feed for, let's see, cryptocurrencies. I don't know. Let me just, I'm going to change this chart just for the hell of it. See if I have the data. I don't think I have the data feed for I don't have the data feed for this particular one. So it's just not your using. So the money flow tracker is totally unique and will give you that edge to trade with institutional order flow. So again, my commitment to you is teach you not just how to read the setups. Look, I can teach a 4-year-old how to read the setups, right? It's more about helping you develop that mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. The mental side of trading, trading is mostly mental. First of all, people, you know, you get in a trade, you worry, well, is this going to be a losing trade? Is this going to be a winning trade? If it's losing trade, I'm going to freak out. I'm losing, oh, there's another losing trade, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Who cares? Because you need to be able to be okay with not taking a trade. And that's what most people have learned from me in the trading room is it's okay not to take a trade if you don't have a setup, right? It's okay. Believe me, it's okay. You don't have to trade every day. You know that most professional traders are only 30 to 35% profitable. Why? Because they cut their losers short and they always saying they let their winners run. But their winners are a lot larger than their losers. If the trade's not working, they're done. You know, there are some times where I take a trade and it's just bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around. It's not doing what I expected it to do, and I cancel it. And sure enough, there it goes. You know the thing, you know. Right. So look, if you go to that link that I gave you, where is it? Where did I do it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is what you do, right? You go to rightlinetrading.com, you can go to trading systems, right? Scroll down, money flow tracker software, right? Then you scroll down to the bottom, right? Click on sign up now, annual. It's super easy. Some people like to get a call back. We do that sometimes. The coupon code was save 50%. Apply the coupon code. And look at it. And another thing we did was then it took it from $23.95 down to $11.97. And what we're doing is for next year, we're going to keep the same price for you. All right. So you'll get 2 years for you'll get $11.97 renewal in 2025, the same price as you're paying today. And you're going to get the money flow tracker software, the whole 9 yards here. All right. Super, super easy. If you prefer a callback, if you'd like to talk to myself or Rory, put your name and your phone number in the questions box, and either myself or Rory will give you a call. You can ask us any questions you want. Some people don't like to do online purchases. We understand that. We'll do the purchase for you over the phone, but if you will only, We're not going to call you 50 times. I hate that. I hate when somebody calls me, I tell them they're not interested, and they keep calling me and calling me and calling me. We'll only call you until we talk to you, and that's it. So look, these are my favorite slides of the whole presentation. Anyway, look, it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of day traders and swing traders are losing money. Retail traders are losing money. They're taking their money, they might as well just flush it down the toilet, right? But not our traders. Our traders are making money. Why? Because when they're flushing their money down the toilet, somebody's taking it. The institutional traders are taking it. And if we're trading with them, so are we. Because we trade with institutional money flow. Okay, that is the key. That is our modeling shows us. But when you trade with institutional order flow, you have easier trades, you have more profitable trades, because you're trading on the back of the big whales, you know, and when they step in the market, they make the market move. Retail traders make the market do this, okay? Retail traders make the market do this. Chop, 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 just like this. Every day lately, chop, 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 right? No trends. We get a trending day, we kill it because we trade with the trend. And that's what the software is designed for. You must have 4 time frames in a trend, or we have no trades. Okay, so again, here is the coupon code. What is the win rate for the auto trader? I would say it's probably at least 70%. We don't lose that many trades. And why is that? Because we're trading a large bar size here, okay? It doesn't look at it. We're trading a 24 tick bar size. So when this candle closes, this market has gone up 24 ticks, 24 ticks, 24 ticks. In order for you to have, and the last month or two, the last month was very slow on the auto trader. Let me show you. This was a huge trade yesterday. Wonder how many ticks this was? This would have taken it on this bar here. This went up and we exit at the end of the day here, 771 ticks. But when this market is just chopping around like this, there's not enough strength to cause this large time frame to develop a trend. Not like this. This is a strong uptrend. This was on the 8th. This was Monday, right? What was the 8th? What the 8th was Monday, right? This was a strong trend, right? Then yesterday, and then on Tuesday, I got this trade here. I closed it early, but if I would have left it alone, it would have done a lot better. Because it has such a high win rate, because it has such a large bar size, it needs to have a good trend in place in order for it to take trades. The auto trader normally is $29.97 by itself, but we're giving you, okay, for $11.97, less than $100 a month, we're giving you the auto trader. We're giving you the NDT, which the NDT looks like this, right? Buying up close, sell on down close. We're giving you the NDT. We're going to give you the market scanner. We're going to give you a month in the room. We're going to give you all the tutorials and videos and the master classes, and we're going to give you white glove installation. Okay, all for $11.97 for the whole year. Okay, and you'll get the extra bonus of minute charts. So this is a recording of must have about 20 or 30 testimonials on here. I'm only going to play this one. So this woman came to Mark. She was watching one of his webinars, probably the same one I was in, and she didn't know anything about trading. She was a total newbie, didn't even know what a candle was, didn't even know anything. Mark took her by the hand and said, taught her everything. So Mark taught me things, right? Taught her everything she needs to know. He sat her down and said, okay, this is what I want you to do. Sat her in front of a chart and said, see, that's good. He says, when you get a dark pink background and you have the trend line below the 15 and you have these stair stepping lines going down or up, right? And you have everything below here red. I want you, and you have nothing in the way, no dashed lines, no shaded areas, nothing in the way. I want you to click on buy on up close or sell on down close. So this trade would have been right here. Couldn't take it because there wasn't enough room between this pivot and this pivot on the setup, so didn't take this either. Took this one and paid off. And if I didn't get ticked out by one tick, I would have had a great trade because I would have been shooting for this target here. Okay, and that's easy. Everything below you is either red or green. This is pinned at the bottom or the top for the acceleration dots. If you have all these conditions and nothing in the way, I want you to sell on down close. And that's all she did for 3 months. And she was making money. So now she's a six-figure trader and she trades with the money flow tracker software, and she doesn't trade every day either. Okay. This is a testimonial from a guy in my trading room that was in a webinar just like this one. And he sends me a message in the questions box. I am the world's worst trader. I've been, excuse me. I've been trading for years. I do nothing but lose. I don't know if I could do this. Can you help me? So I said, sure, we can help you. So now he's trading. He's got over 70% win rate. He's trading 7 funded accounts at Apex and 7 funded accounts at Blue Knox. And it only took him 3 months to get there. So he wrote this. I'm only going to read this paragraph. The money flow tracker software, along with David's methodologies and rules for trading, allow me to act like a robot and eliminate any guesswork or emotions from my trading. He uses the NDT, which allows us to push a single button to enter the trade when we see a correct setup, following the rules. So every day it's simple. C setup, push button, C setup, push button, C setup, push button. Okay? And this was a guy that came to me and says, I discovered trading in 2018, but I haven't been able to make any money and I'm frustrated and I'm the world's worst trader. Now he's killing it. So again, here's the offer we're doing. Okay, Edward. What's MID? Okay. All right, Rory will call you. Okay, so look, this is the offer, and you're basically paying less than $100 a month. And let me see how many people. He's had 4 come in, and he's got 3 more emails to check. So we got 7 people that signed up, and he has 3 more spots open for the special discount and the extra software, like the auto trader. Look, we have people that just trade the auto trader. They have jobs. You can set the auto trader up, right? He turns it on in the morning before he goes to work. There's parameters in here. You can say, okay, start hours. So let's say I never trade the first 5 minutes. You can say start 9:35. and you can say, don't take any more trades after 3:45, right? And then you can come down here on the bottom and it says exit on session close. And you can, this I think needs to be changed, but, and you can put in, it shows seconds. So this would be 3,630 seconds would be before the end of the close, right? So you have to exit on session close if you're trading with prop firm. You can't keep a trade open, okay? And that's it. And then they turn it on and they come, oh, and also there's parameters in here where you can set up profit target and loss target. So you can say, okay, you know what, if I'm up 500, stop trading. If I'm down 250, stop trading, right? So you can go ahead and set it up like that, or you can say, well, whatever you want. So it's only going to lose $250 a day. So if you take a losing trade, it won't trade anymore. So, but if you're trading micros, remember it's 50 cents a tick. So if you're trading 2, you need to trade at least 2. So that would be basically 0.50 times 145 equals, you're risking 72.50 a trade. So basically if you're using, you could take 3 trades before you would hit your loss target. Okay. I would have to look right now. I'd have to go and open look at it. Anyways, so last time, you're gonna get the software for $11.97 per year for the next year, 2 years basically. You're gonna get the Auto Trader, the NDT, the Market Scanner. You're gonna get a month in the trading room. You're gonna get all the training and video tutorials and your software installed. Okay, so again, if you'd like us to call you, put your name and your phone number in the questions box, and either myself or Rory will give you a call this evening, or if you prefer, we can call you in the morning. Either way. All right, so let me put this up, answer any questions. Anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay, or if you'd like, you can call us at 786-732-4655. All right. No more questions, nothing? Okay, well, I want to thank you for attending this evening. I hope you learned something, picked up a little something. I like to see everybody in the trade room with me. You'll be surprised. We do very well. We've been done very. I'll show you what we did today. Money flow tracker 2024. So today's trades, takes a second for this to load up. We did $1,712 today, and these are the trades that we took. Yesterday we made 566. Monday we lost 312. All right, so we're up about 1,900, almost close to 2,000 for the week. And we're running 80% win rate this week. Why? Because we had trending markets. So I can do a, let's see, performance by setup. So let me go ahead and change this. So this is what we did this week on the MNQ swing trade. On the swing trade, $756 on the swing trade. So, all right, everybody. We will hope to see you in the trade room. Good luck with everything. I know the Northeast and Midwest are getting some bad weather, so everybody be safe and have a great evening. And thank you again for listening to what I have to say and showing you the Money Flow Tracker software. Take care. Bye-bye.